Have you ever felt manipulated? Do you think someone has been pulling the strings behind your actions? Welcome to the intriguing world of manipulation, a subtle yet potent force that influences our decisions and behaviors, often without our conscious awareness. It's prevalent, it's powerful, and it's often hard to detect. Manipulation can be as simple as a carefully chosen phrase or as complex as a well-orchestrated deception. In today's video, we'll dive into some common manipulation tricks so you can recognize them and take control of your own actions. First up, we have intellectual bullying. This form of manipulation is subtly shrouded in the cloak of intelligence and knowledge. Picture this: a person who is quick-witted or highly knowledgeable uses their intellectual prowess not to enlighten, but to intimidate or belittle others. It's a clandestine power play, an unfair imbalance created to exploit others, to make them feel less than they are. Take a workplace setting, for instance. An individual might use complex jargon or reference obscure theories in a meeting, not for the sake of clarity, but to make others feel uninformed or ignorant. Similarly, within a family, one member might consistently correct or dismiss others' opinions with an air of superior knowledge, creating an atmosphere of intimidation and inferiority. But let's be clear. Intelligence is a gift, a tool for understanding and improving the world around us. It should never be a weapon to belittle or overpower others. Remember, everyone has different strengths and weaknesses, and using intelligence as a weapon is not a fair or respectful way to interact. Next on our list is bureaucracy, a term typically associated with government or corporate environments, but it's more than that. It's a tool of manipulation, subtly employed to control or influence others. Bureaucracy in this context involves individuals hiding behind rules, procedures, or that dreaded red tape to evade responsibility or exert control. Let's paint a picture. Imagine someone who habitually deflects your queries by saying, "I'd love to help, but it's against our policy," or "That's not how we do things here." This person is using bureaucracy to their advantage, creating a barrier between you and your objectives. Or consider a scenario where you're striving for a positive change in your workplace, but someone keeps pulling out the rulebook, highlighting procedures, or citing potential policy violations, effectively stifling your efforts. This is another instance where bureaucracy serves as a manipulative tool, hindering progress and innovation. But remember, don't let bureaucracy stop you from standing up for your rights or pursuing your goals. It's essential to recognize these tactics, to not be deterred by them, and to continue pushing forward. Thirdly, we have aggressive behavior. This type of manipulation is a blatant display of dominance, often involving shouting, physical intimidation, or making threats. Let's consider a situation when a colleague, in a bid to get his way, raises his voice during a team meeting using harsh words and veiled threats of job security. This can create an atmosphere of fear, pushing others to comply with his demands just to avoid confrontation. Or imagine a friend who, whenever you disagree with them, resorts to personal attacks, making you feel guilty or scared to express your views. This is another form of aggressive behavior where the person uses intimidation to control the narrative and manipulate the outcome. But remember, aggressive behavior is never acceptable, and it's important to stand up against it in a safe and effective way. Learn to assert your rights without resorting to aggression, and seek help when necessary. In the end, it's about maintaining your dignity and peace of mind. The fourth manipulation trick is negative surprises. Now, what does this mean? Well, negative surprises are all about creating unexpected, often unpleasant situations that throw people off balance. Let's paint a picture. Imagine a colleague who consistently fails to meet deadlines, causing last-minute chaos that leaves you scrambling to pick up the pieces. Or consider a friend who constantly cancels plans at the last moment, leaving you with wasted time and disappointment. These are classic examples of negative surprises. The underlying goal here is to maintain control and keep others in a state of uncertainty and stress. This tactic is particularly tricky because it's unpredictable and often catches people off guard. However, it's vital to remember that these are not random acts of chaos. They are calculated moves designed to manipulate. Therefore, it's important to identify such patterns and address them appropriately. Always remember, manipulation is not a surprise party. It's a tactic that needs to be recognized and addressed. Lastly, we have playing dumb. This is a subtle yet impactful form of manipulation where individuals pretend not to understand or know something to manipulate others. It's a savvy way to evade responsibility, shift the burden, or get others to reveal more information than they intended. Imagine a scenario where a colleague consistently claims not to understand a task so that you end up doing it for them. They've effectively shifted the responsibility onto you under the guise of ignorance. Or consider a friend who always seems confused about the details of a plan, prompting you to over-explain and potentially reveal more than you initially intended. This manipulation trick is a testament to the saying, ignorance is bliss. But this bliss is often one-sided, benefiting the manipulator at the expense of others. So the next time someone appears clueless, pause and consider whether it's genuine ignorance or a case of playing dumb. Don't let someone's feigned ignorance manipulate your actions or decisions. Now that we've covered these manipulation tricks, let's summarize what we've learned. We've delved into the tactics manipulative individuals use to create an imbalance of power and exploit others, beginning with intellectual bullying. This form of manipulation involves the use of superior knowledge or intellect to belittle or overpower others. It's crucial to recognize this tactic and assert your own knowledge and capabilities. Next, we explored the tactic of bureaucracy. This is when individuals use rules, procedures, and red tape to control others and maintain power. Always remember, it's essential to understand the rules, but also to question when they are being used unfairly. We then moved on to aggressive behavior, a tactic that uses intimidation and fear to control others. Recognizing this behavior is key, and standing your ground can often deter further aggression. Our journey also took us through the world of negative surprises, where manipulators use unexpected negative events to throw you off balance. By staying calm and collected in the face of these surprises, you can prevent the manipulator from gaining the upper hand. Finally, we discussed the tactic of playing dumb. This involves individuals pretending to be ignorant to avoid responsibility or to manipulate others into doing their bidding. It's important to see through this act and hold individuals accountable for their actions. These tactics all serve to create an imbalance of power, exploiting others for the manipulator's gain. By recognizing these tactics, you can take steps to counteract them. This might involve setting clear boundaries, seeking support, or even removing yourself from the situation. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding these manipulation tricks, you can take control of your actions and make informed decisions. It's not about winning a battle, but about preserving your self-respect and maintaining healthy relationships. You have the tools to protect yourself and promote positive change in your interactions. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more insightful videos.